Morning. Hope you're all okay. Now, I'm really sorry, but I'm eating my lunch on call because I'm starving, and I tried to make it in time and then I didn't have time because I was working until like 9:28, and then I left it too late. So now I've got to eat while I'm on a call with you, which is the height of bad manners, but I'm starving, and that's way worse. So, and it's peanut butter on toast, so it's healthy. Happy Monday. Lovely to see you all. I've already seen some of you over in one of my other groups today. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. I can't eat and do this kind of. Now my toast's just going to have to go cold. Did you see the sunrise this morning? Entirely as a separate concept. It was properly amazing. Morning, Jade. Hope you're okay. So, Jade, I'm not eating online because it's impossible. Hi, my love. How are you? Me and Anisha had a fab walk on Friday. It was just, and then the rain that came that afternoon. I think we missed all of it. The school run I got drowned on. So today I am doing a little talk, and this is really small because there's so little I can teach you when I'm on a desktop, about Instagram highlights and covers. It was stunning. It was proper beauts. Oh, I want to say yay. I hope your mum's okay, but it's lovely to see you, like as always. Yeah, we're talking about Instagram highlights and covers. Do you use them? Do you know how? Do you know why? Morning. Hello, Katie. I haven't seen you on live for ages. I feel like I'm all itchy now. Hope I ain't got kids' knits. My kids have never had knits. I don't know how they haven't. Jay's killing herself at me. Sorry, was that a nice surprise for you then this morning?
It's a bit random.
I don't know. It's all in one place behind my ear. I'm going to make Jade check me in a bit. Yeah, my kids have never had knits. I feel like that should be a thing. Hi, someone. Let me go and find out who you are. I'm not even looking at my group yet. So, Instagram highlights and covers, why you should have them. Kate Pope, hello. It's lovely to see you on here. Above the video, there's some text that tells you what I'm talking about. There's a bit that says see more. If you click on that, there's a thing that says show StreamYard your name, and then I can see you, and then I'll know it's you. I don't even want to imagine you going back to work, Katie. It's so nice not going to work when you work somewhere that feels like work rather than my job, which is just talking about knits and eating my toast, apparently. No idea how to use Instagram. That's a whole bigger thing, but we can do a live on that. If you want live requests, send them in to Jade and she will get them on our list of stuff to do. However, I'm laughing because Instagram is just not my favorite platform because I'm not very social in the first place. So Instagram's just not, it's not my fave, but it is dead useful. So, you know, after 3 minutes of talking, I'll start with some content, shall I? So why should you have Instagram highlights? Do you all even know what I mean by highlights? So when you look at your screen, in fact, this I definitely can show you. But because I'm on desktop, you can only see so much from Instagram, but I can definitely show you this, I think. Yes. So screen share. Da, 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 da. We will go for that one. Ooh. Right, so on Instagram here, these are the highlights. Okay, so what I'm talking about today is these things here. These are highlights, and the pictures that I have put on the front of them are called the covers. Hang on. Jenna says, Instagram versus Facebook, please, Jade.
On the list.
Oh, Sally, that's just hell. There's loads at school that keep saying I check the hair all the time in sheer panic, but no, not had them. Is that true? I so want that to be true, Anisha. Boys don't get knits, bugs hate testosterone. I really hope that's true. Anyway, Jade's now off Googling that to just say she knew I was going to ask her later. Right, so Instagram highlights is this bit. Now, when you click on them, again, I don't know if it will work here. It might. So when you click on them, it goes through stories that you've set for yourself. So that's all that's actually in this one. Oh no, these are my services. So actually these are all different. So it'll go through stories that are set to show in that particular highlight. So within the tech highlight here, this is my tech highlight. I think actually there's only that one in because this is how not up to date mine are because I don't do stories. but I will because I wanted the highlight covers basically. So this is the mindset one, and then this is biz tips ones. So whenever people go on your profile, they can click on these and they can see them at any point, and it will keep cycling through all of them. So how do you make them? I guess why Kate doesn't know about the knits because she's got 2 girls. I love that this is now going to be that knit live that we talk about forever. And the more we talk about it, the itchier I keep getting. So let's not go there. So why should you have highlights in the first place? So highlights allow you to save and categorize your stories on your profile. So your followers, whether they're old followers or new followers, can still view and interact with your past stories ages after that 24 hours expires, because your stories on Instagram expire after 24 hours. And Instagram story highlights live permanently on your profile. But the fabulous thing is you can choose what you put in there, and that allows people to be able to access the stuff at the top of your profile that you want them to see really, really easily. So what should your highlights be? A, they should align with stuff your ideal client wants to see. So that's dead important. And with your goals. So mine might change depending on what I'm doing. They probably won't because I'm too lazy to look after Instagram in the proper way. But if I wasn't, and say I needed to fill a retreat or a strategy day or whatever, I might put a new highlight on there with specific stories for the specific thing that I'm selling at this point. And that would be a really, really useful thing for me to do. However, me and Insta are not friends. So you could put things like behind the scenes content. So stuff that your ideal client would love to see you doing. So Katie's been sharing a load of card crafting videos lately that people will sit and consume. They will just eat up that content. So you could put some behind the scenes stuff. You could put customer reviews and testimonials on there. You could put any partnerships and collaborations that you have. And that can be really useful if you're partnering or have got a collab going with someone who's got a good following. You can tag them in that, and that will stay on your highlight forever. Any events you've got going. So like I said about strategy day or retreats, if I've got an event going up, I could put some stuff about that on there. And your whole product lines and collections. So I'll go to Katie again, she's there. When she's got her range of greeting cards, she could have one for birthdays, one for Christmas, one for anniversaries. I'm trying to think what the heck I buy cards for. Sally could have some for her specific treatments. Jade could have different types of cakes. There's loads of different ways you could categorize your highlights. So I've got services, and then this should really probably be tech tips, mindset, and biz tips. I probably ought to change the tech to tech tips because it doesn't sound like what it actually is. So does that make sense? Do you know what I'm talking about and why they're there? Okay. And then how you make these is so easy. So the bit that we tend to get stuck on is the fact it has to be a story first. So you need to go to your stories and post just like you normally would, okay? And then as soon as you posted, you need to go to the active story to view it again. On the bottom, there's an option that says highlight. It's literally the bottom option is highlight. Tap the plus icon to create it as a new highlight. Literally reading how to do this. Enter the name. So if it's a new one, you'll have to name it. If you've got some there already, it will let you select which one you want to add it to. And then you tap the add button. And it is that easy, but you have to post it as a story first. So occasionally when I'm doing some work, you will see me post a load of stuff to stories that is almost nonsensical, doesn't flow, isn't like a story. I'm generally posting them on stories to specifically add to highlights. We're back to knits with Anisha. Nurse told you that. How interesting. Did you research about knits and testosterone?
Very quickly. I didn't see the testosterone bit, but it just said girls are more prone than boys.
I don't know if you could hear that. It does say girls are more prone than boys on Jade's very limited research that she just did. So cool. So do you get what highlights are, why we're doing them? So it's to keep your information like together for your ideal client, which is why we do everything. It's all about your ideal client. You can add up to 100 photos or videos to each highlight. It almost seems balmy to add that much because the stuff in the... Nobody's ever going to sit and watch 100 highlights. I'll say nobody. Rarely. Ideally, nobody's going to sit and watch 100 highlights because people have got lives. So make sure you're putting in ones that are relevant, up to date as much as they need to be, if they need to be. And there's no limit to how many highlights you can create. But again, that applies to everything. Like on a website, you could have 100 website pages, but you want to still make it user friendly for your ideal client. So I have 4. You could probably get away with maybe 6. Some people use them really, really successfully and have a few more, but it depends on what your client is looking for. If you add more than 100 clips to one of them, the first one will be removed and put in an archive. So if you go over that, it will just remove them from the beginning. So match highlight to website categories, if that's the best way. Yeah, for something like you, I would have a seasonal one. So depending what you're working on. So right now I would have a Christmas highlight right at the beginning. Christmas, behind the scenes, testimonials, and then you could have birthday card, celebration card. You could have whatever there. Not necessarily website categories because you might end up with too many, but really think about what your ideal client is looking for on your Instagram. No, because your story disappears after 24 hours. So once your story is gone, it's gone. You have to save the highlight while the story is active, or you have to re-put it on as a story again. Does that make sense? Yeah. How do I pin them in order? Good question. Can't remember. We'll check for you, or we'll Google it now. Jade, how do you pin Instagram highlights in order? Because you definitely can reorder them, because I remember doing that. So then from there, we're going to look at how you create the little covers. So what will happen when you make your highlight is it will basically just show a circle of the first story that's there. So it will look messy, it looks untidy. It's literally just a circle of whatever your story block was. Okay. So obviously, as you know me, I made my Instagram highlight covers in Canva. There are tons of templates. If you just go to the search button, type highlights in, there are loads of templates that are all right there in the right size, ready made for you. But basically you're looking for circle size. I think I made them square because I usually make everything square. So my background was plain, so it didn't matter that it cut off the edges. Then really think about the logo that goes in it. Trying to put writing in there, pointless because they're so small. You can name it underneath. Really pick something that is dead clear to your customer. So for like Christmas, make something that looks Christmassy. You can change it to your brand colors. You can do whatever needs to be done from there. And then to edit it, you go into, so you make your highlight first. So you can go into it and name it. And then when you go into the settings of the highlight itself, there's a bit to change cover. And you can do it on there. We found out an answer, Jade?
Yes, sounds like a very long-winded answer. It might be best to type something up.
I'm going to type it to you because it sounds like quite a long-winded answer. Or I'll put you a link to wherever I found it. I've got to have another bit of toast. I'm starving. Why alphabetical? Just out of random interest. Let's see what Anisha's are. I've just got peanut butter over there. Okay. This is tricky and there's not much you can do about it. Looking at it's cutting off your text. I don't know if it does it on mobile, and obviously please remember most people on their mobiles. I don't know if it cuts off your text on there, but it's a tricky little thing. That's why I kept mine so short. Yeah, why alphabetical order? Basically for you, wedding cake should be right at the front, because that's what you want people to see most. Your ideal clients, I promise, are not looking through alphabetically. It's just not how people work, unless you're in the library, obviously. It's just not how we behave, is you want your most important things at the top left, because that's where people go first. Yeah? Yeah, I would definitely be having wedding cakes right at the top left. You're welcome, but I don't know what your question was. Katie, yeah, I'm positive you can what word do I want? Put them in order, because I'm sure I moved mine now to put services right at the beginning. But I'm often sure about lots of things that are entirely not true. But yeah, that is the order I would have chosen. we'll see. We'll see if we can find the answer to that. And I will type it in and I will tag it still as part of the Monday Live. In fact, I'll also tag it as Insta highlights for you. I'm going to write down, I'm going to tag it as Insta highlights though. Otherwise it won't happen. So within the group, you can always search for the hashtags on topics. So you can search for Monday Lives, Insta highlights. And you can see what topics are there basically. Okay, you are such a geek, my love. It's one of the many reasons I love you, but it's not how your ideal clients are looking for things. Anyone else that's on live now, would you specifically look for things in alphabetical order on a wedding cake website? If you all say yes, I'll throw you all out of the group. It's just not how our brains work for things like that. Again, unless you're a librarian, and that's great. Okay, any questions? Because there's not that much more I can tell you about this. It's just a dead useful little thing and it's pretty. And that's why actually most of us do it, is they're pretty. Katie would be looking for the cake. I'm always looking for the cake. So yeah, wedding cake's definitely your first one. Oh, I've gone off you now. I'd have wedding cake, sugar flowers, blog post, behind the scenes is the order I would put it in. But it's up to you and it's all about what your ideal client wants. So go find that out if you can. Right, any last questions? I said it'd be a quick one. Actually, the fact I've managed to get 20 minutes out of it's impressive, even though 10 minutes of those was on knits. If you need any help creating the highlight covers, let me know. But literally, I don't know if I can screen share this page. Let me just see if I can. I'll stop that screen. I'll share this screen. But I won't be able to open any of them because it won't let me share this. So if you type highlights in Canva up here, you will get a load come up like this. If you click on them, look, you see there's 1 of 5. If I click on these, it'll keep you on the screen because of how it screen shares. But there are loads and you can just edit them yourself. At some point, I'll get around to putting some of my own templates on, but there are plenty on there for you to go have a look at. Yeah, super, super easy. Something that we took far too long about doing. Okay, thank you. As usual, if you've missed any of my Monday Lives, they're all on the YouTube channel, or you can search the topics in the group to find them. I'm on here every Monday at 9:30, unless I've got a reason, like next Monday, which I will have a reason because I am on a retreat. So I'm running a retreat at How Girls at Sedbergh. And there's 21 of us, I think, going, canoeing and mountain climbing and all sorts of cool stuff. So I'm not here next Monday. So I will see you the Monday after, but I'm around. If you need anything, tag me in the group, ask all your questions there. I'll answer everything that I can. I'm going to have a little flick through today because I think there's a few things I've missed that I do want to answer in there. All right, ladies. Hi, Kate. I can see your name now. Fab. If you want to know anything, Kate, you're quite new in here and new to me, which is just fab. Just pop me some questions in the group. I will always answer them. And you're totally welcome, Anisha. And thank you. I can't wait. We're going Friday morning. Yeah, Friday to Monday. All right. Have a fab week. If you came on Strategy Day, I've put a video in the Strategy group. Go do your work. Don't make me shout at you. If you're not booked on the next Strategy Day, there's 1 or 2 places left. I think it's only 1 now. I'm looking at Jade like she knows. I think there's only 1 place left. So if you want to come on the next Strategy Day, drop me a message. It's on the 9th of January, I think. And then we do our 90-day plan for the next ones. You're welcome. Go check out the stuff I put in Strategy Group, Sally Nash. Homework to do. Right. I will see you all in 2 weeks, apparently, unless I pop in earlier. All right. Have a lovely week.